Cancer has sort of always been a part of my life. My grandmother was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 10 and died shortly thereafter. A few years later, my mom was also diagnosed with breast cancer, so I've always sort of thought about it. But I guess it didn't become sort of real for me until I was about 30. About a year ago, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer again and died very quickly thereafter. So I was thinking a lot more about my risk and realized that I absolutely have to test myself for the breast cancer gene.
Sweden, as well as many other countries, rely on a family history-based model to determine who to test for hereditary cancer. The model consists of certain criteria, such as how many have had cancer in the family, which cancer types are in the family, and age at diagnosis. If a family meets this criteria, testing is offered to a person who has or has had cancer. In other words, healthy individuals are not primarily tested and are tested when a mutation has been identified in the family. If those who had cancer has passed away, lives in another country, or do not want to get tested, this process usually stops. As a result, this family misses the opportunity to identify the risk and to get preventive measures.
So I got a letter from Karolinska basically saying that I didn't qualify for gene testing. Although I have heightened risk based on my family history, apparently it was not high enough to qualify me to test. It felt devastating to get that answer. I didn't really understand if I didn't have a high enough risk with the family history that I have, who does?
Isolate offers genetic testing without requiring that you have had cancer or that you have a family history of cancer. Studies show that 97% of carriers are unidentified today. And with GeneMate, we hope to expand access to genetic testing so that more people can gain access to risk-reducing measures. The GeneMate test is accredited and is designed to be clinically actionable. This means that a pathogenic genetic variant found in your GeneMate test qualifies you for risk-reducing measures in the healthcare system.
Just because a family has hereditary cancer doesn't mean that everyone will develop cancer, not even the ones carrying a mutation. Hereditary risk lies within an interval, and this interval is depending on which gene the mutation is located in, and also your family history of cancer. A family history of breast cancer is usually not enough to qualify you for risk-reducing surgery, such as removal of the breasts. Only through a genetic test could Kristina identify if she had high enough risk to get risk-reducing surgery.
So after I got the results that I couldn't get tested through the healthcare system in Sweden, I got in contact with Isolate and found out that I could test myself there. It was incredibly relieving just to understand that I had that option. Before I actually went through the testing, I was in contact with Isolate and had genetic counseling, which was super helpful to prepare myself for the results I might get. So in the end, I found out that I do not have the breast cancer gene. It was incredibly relieving to know that I don't have to think about it the same way that I have. It was like this weight lifted off of me, and I finally felt like I could breathe.